Hey, hey!
There you are, you little rascals. Well, you might as well know I can see and hear everything you say. I know when you've been bad or good.
Did you hear that? I'll say. Let's get out of here.
Better get the hell out of here, you little kids. Santa's watching you. Dude's got, like, the Hubble telescope up your ass. The anal telescope. This is Nick the Rat Radio, everybody, where the first 10 seconds of the show, you'll hear the word anal. It's December 6th, 2023. It's Wednesday, episode 4. What is this, 415? I'm starting to wonder if I should drop the episode number in the show. I should start like season 2 of the show, because I don't know if anybody knows this, but if you look at the MP3 for this podcast, it always says season 1. I've been in season 1 for the past, I don't know, how long has I been doing this years? I don't even know. But I think maybe season 2 should start, and I should just take out the show numbers, or maybe do the show with pants on. I don't know. We'll see. No, 419 will be your birthday. Marcella, I will make a show to tell everybody that it's your birthday, and it's gonna be a happy one too. Yeah, where am I? Oh yeah, I'm drinking some of this coffee here. It's coffee with what is that called in it? Black Kraken, Black Kraken, Kraken Blacken, Smackin', Kraken Lackin', Crack-a-lackin', Blackin', Smackin'. It's the Kraken rum thing. It's the Black Kraken spiced rum. I got it in my instant coffee, my Mount Hagen. I got the Kraken and the Hagen in my cup right now. Then you put a little honey in there, put a little bit of creme, and a little bit of cinnamon, Kraken, and all that good stuff, man. It's good. It's some tasty stuff. Oh, 2024 is coming. It's coming, people. Like, it's so weird to look at the so weird to see the number 2023 there. Like, where is RoboCop and the flying cars? Damn it! Or something cool. I think the coolest thing that we got in the past 10, 20 years, it's been I guess the internet, like cell phones and connectivity. The able to broadcast podcasts with video and shit for like next to nothing. Yeah, that's all cool and all, but where's my RoboCop? I want to get shot up full of balls by some slutty drug dealers and get put back together by some slutty policemen as a tin can. Well, things are a-changing. Some things don't change, though, like traditions. Christmas traditions. That's what we're going to be talking about tonight on Nick the Rat Radio. Probably we'll be talking about that. But my brain is not really wired. It's more like a mesh network of just who the fuck knows what's going on. But well, I guess we sort of got like that technology from, I forget that movie where they would like implant memories into people. If you're wearing like a VR headset, you almost feel like you're the camera, whoever the camera person is. It's a mush network. Not Dark City. It was like the 20 the like the fucking millennium. There was like a Happy New Year's or some shit in it. I think there was that Irish guy in it. Either way, we kind of got like memory implants. Strange days. Shit haze, thank you. We kind of have strange days without drilling a hole in your head, which I think is a benefit of the technology. If you're like, you could relive this feeling, or by getting a hole in your head or some shit, or just slap this helmet on, I'll take the helmet. Also, it's the kind of weird to like implant a soul or some shit into you. I'd rather just like video camera, things that I understand. So some traditions, man, some of them, they're really weird. Oh boy, get ready to be amazed. Just don't Google weird Christmas traditions right now, though. Otherwise, the whole show will be ruined. Except for a couple things. I'm not doing like the Italian witch and the gray mare. Won't be talking about those. Those weren't strange enough for me. Or those weird Christmas cards from Victorian times. Not going to be talking about that. I'm talking about the really strange traditions. And also, you could call in at 917-719-5923. Because, traditions start usually from like one or two people. One or two people will do something, and it'll just catch on like fire. Like, poof. Yeah. My tradition in the sewer is I get a super soaker, and I put mayonnaise in it with some water to water it down a little bit, and I just blast the walls, the ceiling, so it's just dripping all over. And it gets hard after a while. And if you are standing next to somebody under a mayotite, I think they're called mayotites when the mayo dries on the ceiling. If you stand under a mayotite with somebody, you have to give them a reach around. That's the Christmas tradition in the sewer for, Other traditions usually drink, it's like eggnog. I like a little eggnog during this time, This is not eggnog. This is coffee nog or coffee rum. It's called being an alcoholic podcaster. That's what this is called right here. It's really good though. I like the cinnamon. A little bit of cinnamon helps the liquor go down. Or not really. It doesn't really help the liquor. It just... another tradition I like to do is I always watch It's a Wonderful Life. I think that is the most depressing smack in the face reality movie there is. And I like to get smacked in the face with reality during the Christmas time. And I think it's something about it. It's like the creepy Christmas. I like black and white, smoky, fucking scary Christmas. I think Christmas is a good time to be. Oh, also another one I watch is the Mickey Mouse Christmas Carol. That shit's fucking terrifying. So I always watch that, and It's a Wonderful Life. Those are the two things every year that I definitely do for Christmas. So yeah, those are my traditions. If you have a tradition of yourself, call 917-719-5923. But we have a lot to talk about tonight. So strap in and smoke up. We got Lex Strange with Yours Today.
Computer technology has been moving in a way that nothing else people have ever known.
Boo-doo-doo. Man, that song was a happy song. If you're ever feeling sad, just turn that song on. Yeah, sadness comes, it goes. Anyway, let's talk about fucking Grand Theft Auto 6. They released the trailer of Grand Theft Auto 6 coming out next year on some fucking lame-ass console or another. Probably come out in 2 years from now on PC. Looks good. Looks good. There's no gameplay, though. I'm sure the gameplay looks exactly the same. Graphics do look really fucking good, though. If I gotta say, and I do gotta say that the models of the people and the amount of triangles they could slap in your face at one time, whoo. But I wonder if they're still using that old ass ragdoll technology. I remember when ragdolling first came out. Yeah, I used to play these first-person shooter games like Quake, Half-Life, and you'd kill somebody, and they wouldn't ragdoll. If you don't know what ragdolling is, it's something people used to do in the 40s in like speakeasies and shit, where they would T-pose. But there's a ragdoll technology. I think it's just called ragdoll tech. It's like what everybody uses. You know, once you start playing games, you start seeing the same logos, and you're like, why am I seeing the same logos on all these games? It's because, you know, the engine, etc. Ragdoll physics, let's say, like Physics X. What happened with that shit? Physics. Ragdoll physics. There's a wiki article, but I don't think they're going to give me the... What's the ragdoll physics? Is there a company? Either way. I think it's like a company. There's like a fucking logo. You'll see the logo. It's like a person. But sometimes, you know, the companies will make their own ragdolls. But I'm sure when you shoot somebody in Grand Theft Auto 6 and the titty might wobble. They'll probably fall down and die, but it's still not gonna look that great. Like even in video physics, which is, you know, a set of code that makes your games run better. Layman speak, that's the only way I even know it. Vulkan's nice, but kind of buggy. Anyway. Yeah, so Grand Theft Auto 6 coming out in like 10 years. It looks good. We'll see how it goes. We're going to open up the phone lines here. Where's the phone lines? We're going to get that open up. I don't know what the goddamn buttons are anymore. I need to reorganize the studio. Here we go. Okay, the phone lines are open. Let's see if anybody has left any voicemails. Mouth of the rat. Voicemails. 917-719-5923. Call in, leave a message. Let me know what your holiday traditions are, especially for Christmas. Anybody in the sewer? Anybody?
Every Christmas Eve, A Muppet's Christmas Carol must be played. The Last Ghost, when you see Kermit the Frog's son, his grave, scared, the ever-living daylights out of me. And to this day, it is one of maybe 2 movies that can make me cry every single time I watch it. Muppets Christmas Carol, the greatest, scariest, most sad Christmas tradition I have. I hope that when the time comes that I die, that is on Christmas Eve, and that is the last thing I get to watch with my immortal eyes before I go off and spend time with Kermit the Frog's dead son, if the ghost of Christmas future, that future, comes to pass in this universe. Thank you. Good night.
That would be a horrifying thing to walk in on. You get a call about a possible dead person, and you go over there, and they got like the Muppets Christmas Carol on loop. It's like a skeleton holding a beer, watching the Muppets Christmas Carol. That shit's some nightmare fuel. Thank you for that call, caller. That's a great little Christmas tradition. I've definitely seen a Muppets Christmas Carol, but I haven't seen it in so long. Definitely, Muppets have been a large part of my life growing up, but they haven't really. I guess nothing really sticks around with you. You keep going to new things, but I don't rewatch the Muppets very often. Their latest, newest iterations or whatever they have of the Muppets hasn't really kept my attention anymore. But Muppets Christmas Carol, I definitely remember that being great. The Muppet Show, where it was like a variety show, that shit was my like Friday nights when I was growing up, and eating some hot ass chocolate chip cookies coming out of the stove and drinking some milk, watching some Muppets, doing some variety stuff. They need to do a X-rated Muppet variety show. Like get some Muppet boobs out there, you know what I'm saying? Some Muppet sausage too. Why not? It's foam, right? You could do some wild stuff. A variety show. I like variety. It's the spice of life or something. Been playing Star Citizen also lately. There's a couple of updates for that one. It's that game. I don't think there'll be a game that could make you go like feel awe like that game can. It's I'm sure how does you kind of experience Star Citizen. It still needs a lot of work, but when it's working, oh wow. It's the only game where you could fly around with 100 other people and jump to planet, each with their own weather systems and acting to fucking solar anomalies, you know, like stars. There's sunrises and sunsets. Beautiful game, but the space combat so far is definitely nice, but the ground combat for me is a little lacking because if you're gonna have a first-person shooter game for me, I need it to be polished when I'm playing it. But boy, oh boy, no, there's actually a lot to do. Servo, there's a. Have you ever played Privateer? Basically, you just run missions. There'll be a storyline, you know, like a 10-hour, 20-hour story. We're like, oh, we got to go fight the rebellion. But then there's mission loops you could do. Like deliver drugs, get cargo, bring somebody here. There's different... there's a whole bunch of different job paths. You could go mining asteroids and shit. Then you could rob people mining asteroids, or you could protect people from people robbing them. It's Privateer multiplayer. 100 people on server. It's some crazy new technology. Tell you that. Shit blows me away every time I see it. Why am I just talking about video games here? This is not. I guess a Christmas tradition for me also is playing video games. There's always the like the holiday event. Holiday events are always great. Usually always just snow. Just throw snow on a level. Just throw some snow up on that. And whoa. Hello, caller.
Yes, hello?
Caller, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. This is Mickey C.
Can you lower your radio a little bit?
Yeah, I can. Let me know if this is better.
Put it on the floor or something.
Okay. Well, what about now?
All right, that's decent enough. Caller, do you have any holiday traditions you would like to share with the group?
Yeah. So our family tries to get together every holidays, and we follow a script. Each one of us has tended to the same script over the last few years, and we try to celebrate the holidays, but it ends up just in utter chaos and a fight. And I think that religious fight every year is our holiday.
A religious fight?
Yeah, pretty much.
So
religious
weird.
in the sense of its frequency, not actually religious.
Oh, I thought you guys were fighting over religion, like, you know, Buddhas could beat Jesus in arm wrestling. Oh, what do you guys fight about?
We don't need to get into that, but we can skip to the next question. Or
But do you join these fights? Do you try to stop the fights?
Are you?
Or do you just
Hey,
ride them
hold
out?
on. I got a good one for you. Are you looking for something? What's your angle here? Are you looking for something just entertaining, just heartfelt, or what?
Caller, I'm trying to figure out why your family's having these fights.
Well, instead of talking about the fights, we can talk about something positive. I could actually tell you a funny kind of tradition that's kind of made its, kind of set its, you know, has been kind of set in stone since it was enacted per se.
But see, the only problem now is I'm imagining you body slamming grandma through the table or something. Like I have no idea the extent.
Hold on, give me a chance and let me tell it. I think it's a little cute, heartfelt story.
All right, go for it. I'll sit back and shut up.
All right. Okay, cool. So, you caught me on a bad day, man. By the way, I just want to put it out there. So I'm hoping to just kind of speak about something a little more positive than just troll. Anyway, so as a kid, obviously, right, we all grow up in America, you know, believing in Santa Claus, the Tooth Fairy, and whatnot. So this is related to Christmas, and I was a kid. I was about 5, 6 years old, and I obviously believed in Santa Claus. So here comes Christmas, age 5, 6.
Yeah.
And I wake up in the morning, and I obviously left the goodies, the cookies and the milk outside the night before on Eve, right? So, and it's by the fireplace, like, you know, quintessential, you know, picturesque Christmas kind of day. And I noticed that there was lipstick on the mug. So I was like, what's going on with this? Santa Claus doesn't wear lipstick. So I called my mom out on it. And, you know, she obviously tried to cover it up and said, you know, Mrs. Claus had to, you know, take over the work because Santa was too busy. So I was just like, you know, and I had my doubts ever since that. But the Christmases, and, you know, it was definitely something funnier in the moment because we had all family gathered around the fireplace at the same time too, and we're waiting like, okay, what are we going to say? You know, they're like, what are we going to say? What are we going to do? But ever since that Christmas, my mom realized that, well, she had to kind of keep it up because next Christmas she did the same thing, and the next Christmas she did the same thing, and now to this day she always just takes a sip of milk even if she doesn't want to, and she puts on her lipstick beforehand just to keep it kind of like a tradition.
Aw. And then you body slam grandma through the table.
That happened 2 Christmases ago, actually. So that was well after. and that was not even tangentially related. It was completely unrelated.
Have you ever?
And it's
What is
because
the best?
I tried body slamming my dad. But then my uncle pushed me out of the way, and then I accidentally ended up body slamming grandma. And grandma is a paraplegic at this point. So, yeah. Well, now she's a quadriplegic. So
Nice work.
I'm telling you, yeah. So it's hard for me to go back home every day for Christmas because, it's a reminder of that as well. So it's a lot of PTSD, man. A lot of PTSD bottled up, bro.
That's life.
Yeah, I know, man.
You had a bad day today?
Bad day, bro. I was arguing with my sister, who's an OnlyFans star, and she's over here trying to tell me that she has a credible kind of career.
Well, she does for maybe 10 years or so.
Respectable
possibly.
career. What's up?
Well, it could be a long-term career. You never know, because sometimes you could sell your older work to newer pervs.
Yeah, I'm sure, man. OnlyFans gets really kind of pedantic and technical and stuff. There are levels to that shit. But
tell her to start get her own server and host her own work, because OnlyFans takes a large chunk. So it's
as a brother
good.
And start pimping her.
No, just teach her to use a computer.
Teach her to use a computer. She's not technologically illiterate. She's running her own OnlyFans page, essentially.
Well, no, but she's got to get OnlyFans taking a cut, right? Like, how much of a cut do they take?
That's a good question. I'm unsure of that, but yeah, they do definitely take their marketplace cut. And you are right that if she were independent, she could potentially make more money. But at the same time, OnlyFans is what's bringing in the customers. So I don't think she'd make more money off OnlyFans. You got to realize, man, that with most of these dumb bimbos, they need everything spelled out for them and handed to them. I don't think she's competent enough to set this up all on her own server, kind of like what you're describing. I don't think
tell her to get on Twitch. Tell her to be on Twitch to get them to the OnlyFans, and then from the OnlyFans, they could go anywhere.
You'd have to be somewhat of a gamer to even do that, man. Like, there's. All I'm saying is I don't think it's a respectable career. So that was part of the kind of.
Oh.
Yeah.
What if she took pictures for like an art book or something? Like it was like an artsy book, like a coffee table porn, I guess they call it.
You got to be a little careful with some of that stuff, man, because people tend to, make leaps after leaps, and you're saying one thing and they think you're saying another thing, and then before you know it, you're getting scrutinized on social media for something you're not or something you did. So I don't know. You got to be careful with all that.
You do have to be careful, because you could be scrutinized, man. Scrutiny.
Ostracized, scrutinized, pulverized, analyzed. By the way, what platform am I on? Because I want to make sure I'm watching my language to abide by.
Oh, you could say anything you want. It's.
Okay, cool. But this is YouTube?
This is, I'm live on nicktherat.com, which is my own hosted radio streaming
how many
service.
Viewers do we have, by the way?
I'm how many what?
How many listeners do we have?
There's about 1 million tuned in, because we're also on the No Agenda Network, so we're streaming on that one as well. And then we're on
there are 1 million people listening to me right now?
Probably a couple more than that, yeah. We're on the No Agenda Network. Go to noagendalive.com. I'm on there right now. Like, I take over their audience, and right now there's about a lot. I'm part of a network. It's kind of like OnlyFans, but I don't get naked.
That's a lot of people, man. I'm a little hesitant now, I'll admit.
Oh. It's okay. You can keep your pants on.
Yeah, I'm a little shy as well and hesitant. I'm going to have to watch my words now.
Well, don't admit that you made your grandmother quadriplegic to millions of people, but it's okay. Caller, what's your favorite Christmas present?
So they know.
Did you ever get a really good Christmas present?
Yeah, I did. I got a really cool one, actually.
What's your favorite Christmas present you ever got? Caller? Call. All right, let's listen to Dolmo with Resonant Cascade. We'll be right back with more Nick the Rat. What happened there?
Enter the chamber and the sample's gone in. Now the place is starting to shake. I catch a glimpse of living alien life, back again to feel an earthquake. Making my way out of the test chamber zone, there is an alien on scientist's head. I find a crowbar and I have to push on, surrounded by destruction and dread. Resonance cascade. The portals open and they start to invade. Resonance cascade. We have to get out and we're all afraid. Resonance cascade. The aliens have formed a heavy blockade. Resonance cascade. We have to get out before Black Mesa has decayed. The anti-mass spectrometer was too high for unknown sample not to ignite. I have to make my way to Lambda Bunker, running through the fear and the fight. Making my way across the facility, a man is watching me as I go. Was he the cause of these unforeseen events? Maybe I will just never know. Resonance cascade. The portals open and they start to invade. Resonance cascade. We have to get out and we're all afraid. Resonance cascade. The aliens have formed a heavy blockade. Resonance cascade. We have to get out before Black Mesa has decayed. The military are here, dispatched just to clear the witnesses of this huge disaster. They're all over the place, there's only one saving grace. Launch a rocket into space. Resonance cascade. Resonance cascade. Resonance cascade. We have to get out before Black Mesa has decayed.
That song is wild. All this music can be found on SoundCloud under My Likes. So Nick the Rat likes, you go there and check it out. I also uploaded a recent ditty using some technology, which was fun. Yeah, the Microfreak and the Korg Volca and the NTS1 effects, and I was just messing with those. Servo was talking about the KO2 Knockout 233. That's the giant $300 pocket operator. That shit is cool, but also not needed at all. You could do everything on that for free. Check out Koala. Koala? Koala? Is it just Koala? Is it? Hold on, I'm really high right now. Koala Sampler. You get it on your phone. You get it on your tablets. I think you get it on Windows, but it's more of a tablet type application. But so if because it's like, oh, you want the pocket operator for a portable looper beat making device, but you could have it on your phone. And you put it into your pocket. You like the physical knobs and stuff. I hear you, but it's limited. Might be updated through software. It's also not too expensive. It's probably fun to use, but I'm not going to get it because I have enough stuff, and the Koala Sampler pretty much does everything right in your pocket. There's a lot of weird stuff going on. Oh, let's thank some people for helping to make this show. You can donate by going to nicktherat.com and clicking donate. If you donate, you could help me buy more mayonnaise, because I'm done buying gear. My gas is done. I've hit my limit to hardware. Got the synth, the drum machine, the effects, and the sampler. I could just use anything for a sampler. And DAWs. But anyway, let's thank some people. Oh, let's thank some people for helping to make this show a reality. You can donate by going to nicktherat.com, clicking donate, and I think it's PayPal. Yeah, it's there. Just go check it out. I did not go to the P.O. box this week, so I'm sorry if anybody has sent stuff to the P.O. box 90549, Brooklyn, New York 11209. But if you did, I'll go there next week, hopefully. Let's see. For PayPal donations, I read initials and notes and the amount. And that's about it, because I'm trying not to dox people. Because who wants to be doxed? We have KS coming in with 420. Thank you so much, KS, for the 420. You are a sewer trooper. A super sewer trooper. And I just want to say thank you to you, KS. And it looks like SM with 420. That's a cool name. SM. Sounds like a place I could get a really cool sword at. I'll have to check that out. 420 from SM. Those are donations. Those are just a suggested amount. Monthly donation amount is 420. You could donate whatever you want. You can write whatever you want, and I'll read it during this segment. And you could also send whatever you want there. You could also do Satoshis through the Lightning Network on if you got a Podcasting 2.0 application. Let's see if I got any sats. It does look like some sats have been satted my way. We got NetNed with 6,602 sats, which is 66, 69? I have no idea. Do you already know these amazing Bitcoin apps? Don't spend this all on some fancy soy. I might spend this on some fancy soy. I don't know if I could. If I could buy fancy soy with sats, I would gladly give my cashier sats for soy. Sats for Soy Wednesdays in the sewer with Nick the Rat. We were talking about Japanese people, right? At one point during the show so far. I don't know. Are the phone lines open again? I think the phone lines might be open. We might have been talking about Japanese people. I'm not sure. Is there any Japanese people on the phone right now? Let's listen in.
Every Christmas Eve, a Muppets Christmas Carol.
No, that was definitely not Japanese, and we already heard that. Let's try this one.
Still the same old great message. I really dig that one. That's so cute. Beep. So, hi.
Not Japanese. Let's listen in.
I'll make this short. I know what trouble this will bring, me calling in. But, I don't know, fuck it, right? Yeah. I really, deeply, truly, bluely miss you. I really miss you. I really miss talking to you and with you. And being able to leave voicemails without being harassed.
There is some harassment in the sewer sometimes.
Fuck them, right? Yeah, but no, when you're a big supporter of those fuckers. I don't care. I love you, your show, and all of your artistic creations are wonderful. They're fascinating to me. They're so enjoyable and youthful, inspired. That's what I love about your art the most. And that comes across so abundantly in your show. I have so many ideas and thoughts to share with you. Honestly, thousands. All the time I think about that. You and a few others in this community that I still really want to share.
There's a couple brain cells out there.
Soul with. So, just want to let you know I really appreciate you and everything you do. You are spectacular rat. Spectacular rat. Spectacular. Anyway. Have a great show, mofo.
Thank you so much for that. That's a Christmas present right there. Thank you so much. Early Christmas present. Hello, caller. Are you there?
Yeah, Nick.
Hi.
Hello again.
Howdy.
Howdy.
Have you ever used mistletoe?
Used mistletoe?
Yeah, you wrap it up in like a blunt and you smoke it. It gets you really high.
No, I never heard of that.
Don't try that. It's not something I would suggest you try. You'll wake up with a few women.
Huh? Will I lose a few IQ points if I smoke something like that?
No, you'll have the best night of your life. But I don't want to. I can't put my guarantee on it. But I'm also not a doctor.
I mean, shit. If it's just a few IQ points, that sounds like a trade-off I'm willing to make. Just a few, though.
Caller, we were just talking on the phone before?
Yes, we were. And I'm surprised you didn't initially recognize my voice as such.
Did you say that Your sister is an employee for OnlyFans. Do you want to give out her handle or no?
No, we cannot do that. We can't do that.
It's not Hillary Clinton, right?
But hey, by the way, I do have a friend here, and he's from Turkey, and he just has an unusual request.
Sure.
I hope you don't take offense to it, but he's asking if he wants to see your hair. So I'm on one screen right now. I'm not watching your radio, but I guess he just wants to see your hair. I'm assuming you're always wearing that or something of that sort.
I'm also always wearing ears and a tail. Do you want me to get naked? You know how much that's going to cost you? You can go to my OnlyFans.
Yeah. So okay. Well, Nick, listen. You know what I think about people who do OnlyFans, and I don't think it's a respectable career. Now, I have a higher kind of tolerance for a higher threshold for what I can tolerate, right? And we can still be friends, but I mean, if you really have an OnlyFans, Nick, you're gonna have to come forth and tell me that right now, because that could be a deal breaker going forward.
$500, and I'll send your friend pictures of me in the shower, buck naked, head to toe.
And this is going to be one of those. And let me guess, Nick, you're one of those that has your OnlyFans like free, where you bait them in, and then all the best posts and the naked posts are in the DMs, right, for purchase only.
It's the weirdest part about OnlyFans is when people use them for like legitimate, like non-nudity, and people will donate to them too.
Honestly, I think that's what it's come down to as well. It's just another kind of glorified Instagram of photos that are like not nude but semi-lewd, and it's really just a flex and self-advertisement for others.
Is there health insurance?
Do they have health insurance?
Yeah. Can you get OF health? I'd join it then if there was like health insurance or something.
OF grants their employees everything, full comprehensive benefits that any U.S. company would and should. So, yes.
Whoa.
Yeah. You'd think they'd have a comprehensive mental health package too, but shit, I don't know if they have one of those, but they definitely should up that for the employees too, regardless of them being on the platform or not, you know?
Yeah.
So, Nick, I don't really know you too well, and my friends speak very highly of you. They seem to watch your content on a weekly basis. Really, I think one of my
what's the best thing they
friends is a
say
frequent
about me?
caller. No, they say that you're funny.
What? What did they say? Hello?
The Sinister Garden, a guide to the most common poisonous plants. Copyright 1966, Wyeth Laboratories, says of mistletoe, toxic part, berries, symptoms, ingestion of the white berries or of teas brewed from berries has caused complete cardiovascular collapse and symptoms of acute gastroenteritis. Many cattle die yearly from eating the wild species of mistletoe growing on the coastal ranges of California. Just thought you should know.
Noted. Is that a holiday message?
It is a holiday. Wait, what?
Was that like a holiday message? Like, I don't even know what you said.
From the 60s.
I couldn't follow it, but
Happy
it's very
Christmas.
poetic.
Don't eat mistletoe.
Don't
make out under it, I guess. I don't know. I don't even know how cows get to it. It grows in fucking trees.
You never saw a cow up a tree? That mistletoe is good.
Like, I don't, maybe the tree falls and the cow gets it, or maybe California cows climb trees. I don't fucking know.
Maybe that mistletoe hang low. Midget
Maybe
trees.
it do.
I don't know how it's. Yeah. Mistletoe.
Yeah, they didn't really explain that. There's a lot of weird shit in that book. This is a pamphlet that I found when I was cleaning shit out of my parents' house.
Do you get mistletoe when you put a thong on a rocket?
A thong on a rocket?
Yeah,
Is this like
if you put a thong on a rocket, would you get some mistletoe?
Oh, that took me a second. I was like, what is a thong on a rocket? Is that when you, like, grab the string in the back and just, like I don't even know. Hey, what happened to that? Do you still have your table pussy?
Oh, my what?
Your table pussy. The one with Battletoads.
It broke.
Hey, Nicholas Rack, it's Rick from Baltimore.
Hold on one second, Rick from Baltimore. It's midnight in the sewer. Cheers to everybody.
Please excuse me, I'm a little cold that I'm getting over. As some cat used to say, it just beaks! But anyway, I found the ultimate time waster when I'm bored and I can't sleep. I use it to look up little bits of stuff on different authors if I need to know something. It's a stupid program. You can type to it or it'll create a FaceTime call. It's called Pi. Not to be confused with the book The Life of Pi, which I still haven't read. The AI engine is an AI engine. I certainly don't think it's real. And it sounds a bit too chipper, but if I have a quick, gee, who wrote this book? Or I need to know something about pretty much anything kind of superfluous, I call it. I ask it. It usually can give me an answer. And then my wakeful mind is at rest because then I don't have to walk out into the other room and type on the keyboard. I have a braille display now so that I can turn it on and connect it to my iPhone.
Is there a refresh rate on that?
Weird one for you. I have two Bluetooth keyboards. They're both the same model because I didn't know I had screwed up the one, I didn't know. Anyway, I don't know what I did to it, but I can connect them. The same keys don't work on either one, and I've tried connecting the Bluetooth keyboard to different devices. It's a regular keyboard, and it doesn't connect. I mean, it will connect, and it does the same thing.
Oh, dear.
The same keys don't work. I thought maybe I spilled some beer or something into the keyboard.
I can imagine how hard it is to sync Bluetooth without being able to look at what you're doing, because I can barely sync Bluetooth looking. Like, it's, even though there's like this fucking consortium of people that say how this shit should work, it's Bluetooth is like the Wild West. Like, you go outside and it's all muddy and you slip in it and you're trying to like get across the street to buy, like, I don't know, buckshot or whatever you buy in the Wild West. Is buckshot even a thing? Anyway, when you go outside, you slip in the mud and you're like trying to get to the store to get what you need, but you keep slipping in the mud. You might make it there, and then you'll be like, wow, that was easy. Or you'll never get there, and then your shoes go on fire.
I'm happy, by the way. I didn't get a chance to do some LSD. Now I don't know. This guy went back to Maine, and I was sick anyway, so now I don't know when I'll get to do LSD again. I had called before because I tripped on like 3 tabs. This was a while back, and I was like, hey, is there anything I can do to help remember my tricks? Yeah, take less LSD. Anyway, my friendly neighborhood New York Raxy, as they say in Wind in the Willows, I will catch you later on. I am doing okay, except there's a problem with money being deposited into my banking account. Well, that is private. But bye for meow, and remembers, it just beeps! Alright, dude. And as I said, if anybody's bored, you can play with that stupid app, Pi. It is what it is. Which is another phrase I hate. Alright, goodbye. Peace.
Is there are there DAWs for vision impaired people? I guess I would just be like a hardware thing. What's the easiest hand DAW? That just sounds weird. Let's listen to Robert Barron with The End. Is Nick the Rat a tradition for Christmas yet? Servo sent afb.org/aw/2/2/15042. Future person listening to this scratching their head. This is just a software. I'm they should make like a braille physical DAW or something. Like click and drag this thing to record, or I have no. I'm not smart enough to think about how to build that, but have fun trying to do. Anyway, I just opened up some Baltica Brown Ale. Ooh, check that out. Where's the sponsorship, Baltica? Is Baltica from Ukraine? Or is that that's a product of Russia? You know, you want to hear about a Ukrainian Christmas tradition? Because if you do, stick around. First, we're going to listen to a voicemail really quick.
Nick, I'm calling from California. This is going to be super weird of a phone call because it's not about the show. It's more of what I think the globalists are, well, in America, the agenda to prevent Trump from getting in,
Yeah.
simultaneously introducing CBDCs and simultaneously introducing martial law. And God's real, so I know no amount can even surmount to like what God is and what God has planned. I think there's going to be some type of hack, like causing a blackout, both in citizens and in the banks, so that they can simultaneously trigger civil wars of like people which may not steal from each other, but they might. So civil wars and a blackout would introduce martial law and CBDCs. And then at the end of this, I'm going to say like what people already know of like how to prepare, which is, I'll just get to that. Storable food, self-defense, gas generators, and toilet paper. I feel like I'll just leave it. Yeah, I'm just apologizing again because this is like all over the place. I feel like the toilet paper shortage was kind of a warning, like pre-programming. The first virus was like a biological virus, and I feel like this second time around, to prevent Trump, these guys will stop at nothing to keep him from getting elected. And so if there's like a toilet paper shortage, that I feel like that could make things really ugly too. Like, so that's, I don't know. I just wanted to say this in the hopes that if we talked about it more, then like maybe it'll be prevented. Because I listen to InfoWars a lot, probably more than I should. But I really believe that
Somebody check on this man.
part of talking about what he was going to do kind of thwarts it. So yeah, everything we have each other. I feel like if we don't turn our backs on each other, then that's some positive headway.
Yeah.
But yeah, this election, they're going to throw everything they have at it. Yeah, just stay. I don't know. That's all I wanted to say. All right, Nick. Peace out, brother.
Very insightful. But don't worry, soy will save us all. You could eat it. They're going to make it into toilet paper. They're going to call it soilet paper. So don't worry about the toilet paper shortages. We got soy. So the Japanese people, in 1974, KFC invaded Japan. And they set up, they invaded Japan by a Christmas tradition. It's basically a corporation kind of was like, we're cool for Christmas. And it became a real cultural thing. I think the Japanese people love KFC. There's a video game called Final Fantasy 16 where you could get a Colonel Sanders a skin, an outfit, but it was only in the Japanese KFCs you could get the skin. Very rare stuff. Ow. Let's listen to another song really quick, because you never know when there'll be a war against ourselves by Powder.
Another day alone, another night, I guess I'm on my own. The lights are on, my eyes are closed, and no one understands the dark I'm dealing with. And all the people in my life are way too blind to see the vice. All these guys, all these scars from the war against ourselves, the war against ourselves. All these scars, from the war against ourselves. I'm living in the hell, it's what is real. I know that you're confused. I've been there once, I've been there twice, but I didn't choose. I guess I'm born to lose. The ones that break you down look so cool, that's why I always break the fucking rules. My synchronized wounds. All these scars, from the war against ourselves, the war against ourselves. All these scars, from the war against ourselves. I'm living in the hell, it's what is real. They break me down, I can't block the sound, so I turn to the one thing I know well, not let me down. People don't to ask what's wrong. I stop and go to the beat of the broken flowing blood. Say a word.
I don't know. Oh man. They're here. They're congregating. You hear that? I wonder. It's so difficult to emulate that crow call. When I do it, I sound like an injured seagull, but kind of, I wanted to run something past you through the sewer lines, but I wanted to see if you could capture the sound of the crows when they mass congregate out here. The murders of crows. That's what they're called. Groups of crows are called murders. It's just most definitely either someone's very dark-natured mind or their hatred for crows. I do not agree. I love them. You can communicate with crows really well. They're very bright, very intelligent creatures. And they all congregate outside my 5th floor window. And they flock over to the cemetery trees. They're so beautiful. I love watching them in conjunction, working together as a group. Masters of flight and teamwork. Anyway, how much time do I have left? Not much. Maybe I'll call back. Hopefully you got to hear crows. I prefer flock of crows, but flock of seagulls. Flock instead of murder. Midsummer murders. No. I hope you can hear that. Some of that. And I'll call back. something important. I want to run past you. Okay, bye.
Caller, your phone is approved by the Crow conglomerate of America, the CCA. I heard all those chickens. The Kentucky Fried Chicken. They're the Ukrainian story for the holiday season. It's pretty crazy. It's the a pine cone fell on the floor, and it started to grow, and there was a Ukrainian pine cone. There's some children that wanted, it to grow into a tree for Christmas, but some spiders came, and so they put webs all over the tree. It happened, and they're still doing it today. They put like fake spider webs in their trees, in their Christmas trees. So that's a weird tradition. I never did that one. I put like G.I. Joes and shit in trees, but not spider webs. We got more voicemails. 917-719-5923.
Nick, I just called in. I was a crazy person who just called in and left a voicemail. I wouldn't put anything outside of what these globalists in America are going to try to do to sabotage the country and this election. That includes like earthquakes. So I'm not trying to be like a spook, but I am kind of being that right now. But okay.
Don't worry, caller.
I wonder if I even explained it good enough, but if they'll use quote unquote natural disasters to prevent the election, like earthquakes. If the plumbing is out in enough places, if the plumbing's out, the election wouldn't happen. If there's enough blackouts all over that are sustained, there wouldn't be an election.
That's true.
And if there's enough like damage to the infrastructure, then civil war eventually will happen. So guns are good in this case, and I'm calling from California, and like some people don't get it here, but yeah, guns in this moving forward, guns are going to be good for just self-defense. ESP is real. Like I know people have already had experiences with like being guided to avoid danger and to be led. And once again, God's real, and there's certain angels that are good and care about humanity. They're going to be, if the grid goes off, I guess like a silver lining is that without all this EMF, like the electromagnetic pollution that's man-made, people's like natural signals will be boosted.
Whoa.
Yeah. So
tenfold.
That's
no
all.
less.
It's kind of stressful, but it really feels like this election is going to be one of the biggest ones that evil is going to try to stop. So, yeah, we're strong together and with God. Okay, bye.
This will definitely be an election. One of them of all time. It's gonna, I think you could use the soy for like, to build buildings on the soy if there's an earthquake, the wobble. The soy could absorb the impact, right? And I'm still waiting for an uncivil war to happen. I think that'd be cool. With uncivil soldiers. Mayo bidets. Mayo bideos. Bideos.
Hello. You know, it's December. In a little while, it will be Christmas. I've got a special present for you.
Oh, do you? Thank you. And I have a present for you. My Last Hope by Nyx.
I've not heard of your gifts yet, but you desire. What perchance do you want for Christmas? I think you might know who this is. I will see you soon. Ho, 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 ho.
Is it April? Sound like you work for the IRS. Hi everybody. We're talking about Christmas traditions tonight. One of them like weird ones. One of them became super popular. Krampus. You know, I was going to talk about Krampus sooner or later. So I'm gonna talk about something about Krampus that I didn't really know, because we all know who Krampus is. He's he's your neighbor who votes a lot. He he drags children through fields or something in sacks if they're bad kids. But where does this happen? This is there's some places where they have like Krampus numbers. They have to put they have to like brand their Krampuses so they don't like actually steal and beat up children. So if there's like a Krampus attack, you could report the Krampo. There's organized clubs with quote unquote elder members. Yeah, the official word is they're numbered, so onlookers have evidence of who may have stepped over the line in case of a dispute. Krampus, do not step over that line. What is? Where does this line start? Krampus number 420 spanked that child. But the child did throw a banana peel at the Krampus. So he may continue to cramp on. That's Austria. There you go. It takes place on December 5th. That was 2 days ago. I wonder if there was any Krampus reports. Is there a website? Report your Krampus? Can you search for Krampus headshots on the site? Let's see. Registered Krampuses. We don't really celebrate Krampus in America. That would be great, though. We should. No, it's I'm of Austria. Let me put that. Of Austria. I think I need to enable my VPN or something. Some things never change. Roxy Lau. Can you vote Krampus out of Austria? Krampus number 3. You have to leave. You farted on a child's face.
feeble memories. I hear the harmony of your symphony in the chorus of the sparrows. Some are forgotten, some were never here, some never last. Some are forgotten, some were never here, some never last. Something never changed. Never last. Something never changed. In feeble memories. I hear the harmony of something never changed. In the course of the storm. Something never changed. Something never changed.
I got a Norwegian one. This Norwegian one's not so. It's not a great one, but in Norway, according to folklore. So this is not even like according to me. This is some ancient folklore. And like now that I'm saying the word folklore, that word should be banned. That's folk lore. Who are these folk? And why do you call it lore? Where's the folk data? Witches descend on the houses on Christmas Eve to frighten humans and their children. And apparently Norwegian people will hide their brooms, their mops, their vacuums, and their vibrators. Because of witches. Bros before witches. It's the Norwegian way.
Hey, Nicarat, we spoke earlier and you asked me a question and the phone disconnected. I'd love to be on your show again. If you could give me a call back at your earliest convenience. This is Nikki C, and I would love to continue speaking with you. Thank you, Nicarat. Bye-bye.
I'll have my people call your people. Well, while we wait, let's listen to Bagheera by Mr. Rave, or Mr. Rave by Bagheera. Well, welcome back to Nick the Rat Radio. We're talking about holiday traditions. Traditions, as in things people did before somebody else. Are traditions? Are they culture? Instead of calling it a tradition, could you call it culture? Or is culture just old tradition? Because the folklore, people stories, propaganda, news, culture, traditions, or possibly bullshit, like the Xmas pickle. And I read verbatim the internet. Possibly from some AI. Probably from some AI. They force the AI upon you. Well, if you opt in, which why wouldn't you? It would be dumb not to, right? The Xmas pickle. I don't even want to read this. The Xmas pickle. All right, basically, you hang a pickle in your tree, and nobody knows how this started. But I think IKEA owns it now. That's wrong. IKEA doesn't own it. But there's no real. This is like KFC in Japan. This Xmas pickle. Woolworths. They were the first. They were the first company to import these decorations into the United States. They were glass blown. Decorative vegetables. I didn't know pickles were vegetables. I thought they were pickled. Salt. Brine. So yeah. You probably learned nothing from that, but that's fine because you're going to remember there was some company that tried to make you put pickles in your tree. Might have been German. Might have been Pennsylvanian. Might have been anything. Bavarian. Could have been, who knows? But yeah, don't put pickles in your tree. But if you do, remember, it's tradition. Hold on. Look at this one. This one's crazy. There's another origin story. This just came out of the dimension from a different one or something, but it's here now. This one's from Barron Springs, is a Victorian-era tale of St. Nicholas saving two Spanish children who were trapped in a barrel of pickles by an innkeeper, which actually derives from a much more gruesome medieval legend involving a cannibalistic butcher butchering and storing a group of boys in a barrel, and St. Nicholas miraculously restoring and resurrecting them. Oh, all right. I think that's the winner. I think I'm going to start putting pickles in my tree. And Bitcoin in my pocket. This is Songs of Ethereal Skies by Medieval Lo-Fi. Now, this is This is a Christmas song to me. Christmas music is a tradition for me. I like Christmas music.
When life gets you down, don't frown. Get cloned at Total Recloned. For the low, low price of $69.99, you can come on in, sit down, get cloned, and never feel anything ever again. Your clone will continue on your life without you. Now you can quit without feeling the guilt.
My husband used to be a sad sack, but after visiting Total Recloned, he's a beast in the sack. I used to hate my mom. She smoked cigarettes and blew the smoke in my face. After she came home from Total Recloned, now she reads me stories every night to help me get to sleep.
Total Recloned. Come in today and never leave.
Of a deadly cosmic ray, the Earth is invaded by indestructible moon monsters. Their ghastly mission, death for all humans. What astounding technical developments are being made to protect mankind? Robot Monster brings you an actual preview of the devastating forces of our future. Unsuspected revelations of incredible horrors that will terrify you with their brutal reality.
There is no escape from me. Very well. I will recalculate. Your death will be indescribable. Fool humans, There is no escape.
Being death of the physical body, which most of us, we just will fear and wait for, or we propose something completely new. The actual understanding and living with the understanding of life. Not the constant thinking and wondering about what it is. We are offering the direct perception of what is happening now. That's what we're offering, sir. Actually, you can use it any other way. You could call them a nihilist person, a sentimentalist person, a stupid person, a voicemailer person. It doesn't matter what you label it, sir. That's all the same. It's all the limited consciousness. It's all the past. It's all the past trying to make itself permanent. It's fear. Consciousness is misery, sir, because it's limited. It can't understand itself. And you and I, sir, we aren't consciousness as a memory, but we do share a certain special consciousness, sir, a higher consciousness. You can think as thinking as a mirror of the highest, sir, but it's just a reflection. It's like thought is trying to. Thought can take what is actual and make it material. Like this, actually, we can communicate over long distances.
All
for what
material
communication
already
is.
exists.
But thought has figured out a way so that we can verbally communicate or whatever over the telephone, right? You see what I'm saying? But verbal, even in itself, me and you talking to each other, that's only a limited form of communication, a product of thought. There's a much swifter form of communication that we are capable of.
Yeah. What's that?
But we've just dumbed ourselves down, got dependent on the stupidity, and now we're just, you know what I'm saying? Do you agree with me?
Yeah. See, is there any more traditions? I got one from Spain. This one's weird. The Kaganer. It's like a little garden gnome of people in power taking shits. Very weird. Caganer. The Kaganer. Kaganer. Started in the 18th century. So it's kind of old. That's a tradition. Is that culture? I don't know if it's culture. I don't know if the Kaganer is culture or a modern day sexual maneuver, wrestling position, folklore. How's that? How is that a Christmas tradition, though? Yep, it's the pooper. They should call Anderson Cooper the Caganer. Hello, caller.
Hey, holy shit! Hold on, man. Can we stop with the harmonica?
Yeah.
All right. Whew, you know what happened? I called you from my phone just now, and I still had my headset on. It like there was like some weird kind of backfeed thing. It was like ah, like it sounded like a harmonica. It was like I
Coming
don't know,
straight
like,
through you. Yeah,
into
it's on the same
fucking
line.
brain or something.
Sorry about that.
No, it's all good.
Mainlining harmonica.
Yeah. Yeah, Kevbot, man, he's still cool. Tell him I said that.
Kevbot, you're still cool from caller.
Yeah, so I wanted to go ahead and just let you know that what's that guy? Nikki C?
Nikki C, Nikki Do.
Yeah, so we're the cult, right? We're the cult, okay? And I got him to listen to you for the first time tonight, and he called you. So it's all my fault. I mean, I don't want you to think that I'm probably maybe the best fucking street teamer you've ever had. I know I do this, man. I recruit people. Anyway,
Hook 'em
I'm
in.
gonna stop.
Baba Booey.
Okay. Yeah. So I also I wanted to ask you, like, what's the latest good movie you've watched?
Let's see.
It's tough, right? You're like,
Oh,
man, I've watched a couple movies, but they weren't that good.
There's
Like,
something I
which
want to watch. There's a cartoon on HBO called Salvager. Hold on, let me find this. But it looks pretty cool. I heard it's like Star Trek. It's an animated, strange movie.
Okay, that sounds pretty cool. I've not heard of that. Salvager, Star Trek Salvager.
No, it's not called It's got a weird name to it. Hold on, I'll find it.
I don't want to like derail the show or anything. This is what I call it. Is you give props to my boy over here who is now a fan. So you know.
Well, tell him.
I mean, I'm
call back.
trying to wonder, like the best. What's the other animated?
Scavenger's Reign. Scavenger's Reign. There you go.
Oh. Lower Decks is great, right?
Lower Decks. Yeah.
Lower Decks. Mm-hmm. That when you said animated Star Trek, that's what I thought of. You're saying there's a new one though.
It's not Star Trek, but it's kind of like Star Trek.
Is it like you remember that movie? What was it? It was about like the nothing. Oh, the never ending story. The never ending story. And the whole movie was about reality just falling apart.
The nothing coming to get you.
You remember that?
Yeah. It's still scary till
Crazy,
today.
right?
That's
You're
horrifying.
damn right it is. And that big fucking flying dog dragon, whatever the fuck that thing was.
Yuck.
I know.
Caller, do you have any holiday traditions?
Yeah, unfortunately, for some weird reason, everybody, at least one person in my family will like, and we don't even like exchange gifts anymore. Like we're all adults, but for the kids, I do it for the kids. But for whatever reason,
I hope you don't
seems
say
to almost
body
happen every.
slams.
Huh?
Yeah.
Or for whatever reason, I don't know. My sister's guilty of it the most. She'll like take a $1 bill and like wrap it in like 7,000 different boxes, and they're all wrapped. And it's like, what the fuck? And it's so you just, I don't know, man. It's a terrible tradition.
Sounds like a pyramid scheme.
I know, right? It's like, what are you up to? Like, do you work for the gift wrapping industry?
I like to cover it in mayonnaise.
All right, Victor. I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna make room for anybody else calling. East of the Rockies out.
So, did caller just say? Did he just say that his tradition is wrapping presents? I'm so confused.
Yeah, it's me, Bugabun. I'm your daughter in the future. Listen, Nick, something bad's about to happen. I'm calling from this new device. You don't have it yet. It's about 5 years away, but I gotta tell you what's gonna happen, Nick, if you don't save the world. The Chinese are coming, Nick. And they're gonna fuck us up. They're gonna make us, they made us, me and you and Mom and Dad. They made us eat our own doo-doo, Nick. Yeah. And then they made us build houses out of our own doo-doo that we shit out when they first made us eat the first doo-doo. When they made us live in our own doo-doo houses. And then the Chinese, they're going to stomp the doo-doo houses down with the...
Don't worry, caller. We'll have soy in the future. They don't use doo-doo. They don't use toilet paper. Straight up soy huts. Soy communes. I'd lead a soy commune. That sounds like something in like Fallout. That was pretty painful to I actually didn't play the whole thing. I did cut it off. Much like I'm going to cut this show off with a lovely Christmas song for everybody from CJ Beard's Silent Night. Now, yeah, the tradition.
Silent night, holy night, all is gone in the fright. Fallen angels are calling, sleep in heavenly peace. Silent night, holy night, darkness comes to steal what's bright. Shepherds quake at the sound. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, none is right. Round young virgin, mother and child, holy infant, so tender and mild. Fallen angels are calling, sleep in heavenly peace. Night is here. Start to fade. Darkness comes to steal what's bright. Shepherds quake at the sight. Sleep in heavenly peace. Holy night, all is gone in the fright. Villains will rise until darkness calls. Kingdom falls, hark the herald fall and sing. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, none is right. Round your virgin mother and child, holy infant, so tender and mild. Night is here, gotta start to feel. Darkness comes, now the kingdom falls. Hark the herald fall and sing.
I didn't even talk about SantaCon. SantaCon, New York City's newest tradition. Come to New York City, get drunk in the streets. SantaCon is probably the best place to rob somebody. Yeah, you get dressed up like Santa. You go on the streets and you get drunk. You don't even have to register. America, God bless America, right? You don't have to register your Santa suit. You know what just fucked up shit you could get away with on Christmas? You just dress up like Santa.
I've got it. We'll break our neighbor's windows. Yeah, and we'll steal that kid's toys. He's got a lot of them. If we were good boys, we'd get toys too.
What's the fun in that? It's no fun to be good. Anyway, Santa Claus doesn't care about us. He's too far away.
Let's write him a letter and tell him we've been good as angels. You think he's gonna fall for that?
Sure he will. I'll bet he can't even see well anymore. He's too old to know what goes on.
Stop killing animals!